Hey guys, welcome to the next review. I got a delivery today from Show Z store. So I figured let's get to the unboxing. And then we'll get that reveal. So this is something I've been waiting for a while. I've been kind of excited to get this in hand because it's another piece to a team. Try not to bury the lead, but I mean in the title it's going to have what this is. But, so let's get it out of the box. Get that out of the way. And maybe some bubble wrap off. This is Magic Square. I'll have to back that up a little bit. This is the Magic Square Masterpiece Onslaught, or their MS-05 Night Tracer. This is the leader of the Decepticons. And so let's get a closer look at the box. So looking at that nice box art. And then we'll look at the logo here. Magic Square Extraterrestrial Mechanical Life Form. You know, because they can't say what it really is. Here's the bottom of the box. Warnings. Side of the box, MS-05 Night Tracer. A little bit of artwork showing its alt mode. And then opposite side, same thing, MS-05 Night Tracer. And then here's the back of the box. Some cool artwork showing this in the sunrise. Changes from military transport vehicle to robot and back. And then here's the tech specs and the barcode. Let's see if I can get this at a good angle and cut the tape on the box. Get it out of its box. See what's inside. Alright, so here's its blister. And we have instructions with a card in the box. And let's pull this apart. So in the clamshell, we have the combiner chest piece. His turret / backpack. His blaster. Handle comes down. And then here is the figure. Alright, let's get this clamshell out of the way. And back Onslaught up. Get him on the table. And zoom in on that. There we go. Alright, so coming out of the box. So this guy feels very similar to Magic Square MP's other offerings of this from this team. So let's get a close-up of the head. That nice looking eyepiece. And then here's the back of it, camouflage on the hood. Let's go down the figure. Check out his legs, his feet. Nice wheels with a little bit of paint deco for the hubcaps. Here's the back side of them. I'll get back. So before we install the gun turret, let's go over some articulation. So his head can go all the way up and go that far down, not too far down, and he can rotate fully. The shoulders, now the shoulders have 2 joints, so there's that ratchet joint if you can hear it. But also part of the transformation joint kind of gives him a bigger, deeper shoulder, so he can get his arm all the way out to here. And then he's got a bicep swivel that's kind of more lower towards the elbow. And then here is the arm band. It looks like it's single joint, but it gets the full run. And then wrist swivel, it does come out. And then the fingers, the thumb is on a ball joint with 1 pin. And the fingers are on, not a ball joint, but I forget what that's called, but it's just a pin friction connection point, and then 1 single pin on the knuckle. He gets a rotation with a little bit of ratchet, and then he does get a big ab crunch. The legs, you gotta kind of get the hip skirts out of the way a little bit, but it's like all these Magic Square MP bots have kind of had this weird hip joint, so it'll go all the way back like that, but when you go forward, it's like on an independent joint, and it kicks out the hip skirt on its own, and then you just, so when you pull it back, it doesn't go all the way back. You kind of have to finagle it back a different way. And it does have a thigh rotation, and then he has a double jointed knee to get it all the way like that. Ankle tilt can go all the way up like that. No real like toe or heel tilt, but yeah, that's it for articulation. So let me check out the instructions and figure out how to get the turret on his back. All right, so the instructions really didn't show that the best way to get these turrets on, and I ended up going on YouTube and finding a video, but actually it's really simple. So if you see, so here's the gun. See how it has these T groove pieces. So you just tilt them forward. Hey guys, and you just got to line up the pegs with the slots, basically. Maybe slide in just like that, and then turret clips onto his back, and just like that, and there we go. So this is the final look of Onslaught, just like that. Tilt that back a little bit. So that's how he looks in his robot mode, fully assembled. And then in like typical MP fashion, here's his blaster, and it's the peg and slot, typical masterpiece style connection. And then maybe get that a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe. No, let's try this again. Get that on there. Close the hand around. There we go. Now we got his blaster. So here is Onslaught with his teammates, Broad Swindle. So these are the first 3 releases from Magic Square, and they look good as a team. Let's get him off the pedestal. Get them all side by side. So that's how they look side by side. A really good looking team. All right, so right before we move on to the transformation, I wanted to bring up now, so Magic Square's Bruticus team, they're going for more of a toon aesthetic. So that's kind of why he looks like the way he does, like without any like extra deco or like design differences. They're going 100% toon aesthetic, and that's kind of what I'm going for on my masterpiece collection. All right, so first thing we want to do, we'll start off with transforming his arms. So we want to get that up all the way. Well, actually, before we do that, flip this panel. Let's see, how does that go? Spin that. Flip that down. It should tab in there. And then flip the hand down, kind of keep it in a fist. And then is what you want to do. Rotate that, keep all the green together. And let's slide it down a little bit so I'm in the camera. And then you grab this panel. All right, so here we go. So flip this wheel out. It goes like that. And like I said, that panel stays like that. And that should be all for the first arm. So second arm, do the same thing. Flip this panel up. And rotate it. Flip it down. Tab it in. Undo the hand. Make sure it stays in a good fist. Come on. There we go. And then rotate so all the green is matching. And then you can rotate that up. Make sure both joints are rotated up. And then flip this panel down. And then flip out the wheel. And that is all for the arms. All right, so next you want to split the gun open. And then you can take it down, split it the rest of the way. And now we can get it out of the way, maybe. Now we can get the hood portion. And let's pan the camera down. So now we open up the grill. It's on a double hinge. And you need to flip out the headlights. Like so. And then you can match the grill up. Okay, so next we will bring the cab and hood down. Maybe. You want to get these tabs in position better. There we go. And then if you look, there should be a tab on his arm. And those tab into there's a slot, in the arm, and then the hood has a tab, and that tabs onto the arm. And then the grill should tab in. And then it should look like that. I think I got everything in position. All right, so now, see, we flip these panels down and that releases. That can go down like that. That tab flips under there. And then before we flip the doors down, flip the windows up. Maybe. Good Lord. All right, there's a little slot right there. Flip that up. And then there's a little piece right here. You need to flip that up as well. But don't tab the doors in yet. This is just prep work for the end, because you want to wait to the very end to do that. Flip the windows up, flip that little portion up, and then go from there. And then there's that tab on that side. So I think that's on a double hinge. Yeah, make sure you flip that double hinge down there. So now the next part, we want to unfold the rear wheels. So that unfolds like that, and then they rotate. Unfold, rotate. And this is what we're looking at right now. So let's see. And then you want to make sure these panels, the side chest panels, are flipped in. And that should be all for the upper parts. Let's get these out of the way, and we will start working on the legs next. So first thing you want to do is rotate at the waist. And lift the panel up on the leg. And this is eventually going to extend over that way, but we need to let it do a little bit more prep work. So let's flip this panel out. This is my first time transforming this guy, so I would imagine some of the tabs are still somewhat tight. No issue though. Once you get that panel flipped up, you can untab this side panel. Let's get the toe out of the way. Let's see, hold on, get the toe out of the way, then we can flip this panel up. Yeah, this guy is just, this leg is just blowing up. Let's see what's next. So now we can fold the foot back, well, and then tilt the foot the rest of the way in. And now that should fit in there clean. And then tuck the heel in. So now we should be able to accordion that bit up. And then lower this panel down. And then accordion this panel up and tab it in. Oh, and then, you know what, I forgot a step. I think, what did I do? 1 second. All right, I see what I did wrong. I accordion this joint up. It needs the accordion down. That way you can spin that. All right, so now we accordion this down. And it should tab in like so. And then now that panel can tab like that. Well, not yet, but it will eventually. And I think that's all for the leg right now. All right, so, and then next, this panel pulls out like that. And then you have to bring that joint up like that. And make sure the waist is tucked in. And then one of the weird things is you have to bring the leg joint down. All right, so yeah, there's a little way you gotta finagle this. So you gotta kind of click that out one click, and then there. Good Lord. All right, so that's how we do that side. So guess what? Second side's the same way. Well, same. So we need to pop this top panel free, get it out of the way. Pop the bottom panel, maybe. Now we can separate. Let's see if I can do this one cleaner than the other side. Pull that up so we can get the foot down. Bring the foot in that, put that tab down. We're making sure we're accordioning the leg down, tab it back together. This piece goes up, get that out of the way. Flip out this little piece. Now we need to adjust the knee joint up like that. And then we have to get the hip skirt out so we can go up a click. And then that can go like that. So, and then flip that in. Oh, flip the toe in. Now, tab that all in, tab that in. Oh, I forgot one piece. Son of a bitch. So there is one little piece that's under here that connects. So now I can tab all that back together. Tab that down. And then, All right, so let's see. Here we go. Now, before you collapse the legs together, there's like a puzzle piece right here, and you kind of want to overlap it to push it in. As you push the tab down in the lower part, and there, popped right in, and then that taps in like that. So now we can get the gun back together. Tab that in, and and then it can go down. It doesn't go 100% over the cab, does it? Or does it fit flush? Well, we'll look at that in a minute. But now is when you can close the door panels, both sides. Make sure that's there. Oh, and then extend the turrets. I feel like those turrets aren't right. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. So I had it accordion up, and these need accordion down. And there. Now your turret fits more flush over the gun. And that's all for transformation. So that's Onslaught. Magic Square Onslaught in truck mode, truck transport mode. And like I said, this is definitely G1 inspired. This is my what I'm collecting. Like, that's what I want my Transformers to represent, more of the animation. But so let's go over in truck mode. So here, some nice camo deco on the hood. We'll have to slap a Decepticon symbol on that. And then yeah, all the wheels roll. I think it rolls real well. The turret can tilt up about like that. Each cannon is on its own independent hinge, and it can swivel 360 degrees. Now I haven't transformed Swindle or Brawl, but this is how they look next to each other. And I know Brawl can fit on the back in tank mode. Maybe I'll do that on one of their transformation videos, because I have yet to do a review / video on these two. Got them before I started doing reviews. But yeah, I'm digging this transport mode. So let's move on to the next. I think we'll go to the combined form. Oh yeah, one more thing into alt mode. You can take his hand blaster and fit it on the main turret. All right, so we will go into combined mode. Combined mode is pretty much essentially going back to robot mode with some differences. So you want to untab the turret, and then this rotates, This panel comes out, and then the turret tabs back in. Turret panel tabs back in. You can put that down. Same thing with this side. Some of these tabs are nice and tight. Not a complaint. Rotate that around. Put that up. Tab that in. Flip that panel. And then fold that down for now. Kind of get that out of the way. So now we want, let's see, what do we want to do next? So let's get this out of the way. And then we want to start untabbing the legs, the leg pieces to kind of untab that. This panel out, get this out of the way. It's more or less just to get this stuff out of the way. We're gonna mess with the cab first, and then we'll move on to the legs. All right. So now we want to go back to open that door, flip in that small panel, flip in the window panel. Same thing on the other side. Get the cab and the hood portion of the grill. There we go. And it's a little bit easier if you rotate the arms out a little bit. And that way you can get it up the rest of the way. Because these tabs right here kind of, those are finicky to maneuver in. So we want to flip that around, the grill, flip that. Get these arms back in position. Flip that, flip the hood down. Let's see, we are flipping these panels back out, flipping that back up, put that out. Like I said, I mean, we're pretty much going back into robot mode. Turn the rear wheels in, spin that around. There we go. And then there should be some like grooves that fits in, and it should be snug. Let's see, before we start the rest of the way, let's rotate the waist the rest of the way down. Oh, I might have to cut. I wanted to do this in one cut, but I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. All right, so now something that's a little bit different that wasn't part of robot mode is the elbows. So that pops open like that, and it should go up. Oh, we got to close that wheel back up. And the hand gets flipped back. Same thing with the other side. The wheel's already folded. Flip that panel up. Hand back in its spot. There's that. not pulling out like the other side. Don't want to stress it too hard. There we go. Jeez. It's on like a double hinge. That's, you don't pull it straight out. You kind of have to pull it in. Now I missed this on the transformation, or just the overall, not the transformation, the overall review part. I didn't notice it had a double jointed elbow in it. You can clearly see it here. So I think that's how you want the hands, and now you should be able to, actually I probably should rotate the turret around first. Because the hands are gonna, the turret's gonna fit around the hands. Make sure that's in all the way. That's down all the way. And then this is going to, tabbed. Looks like that's everything tabbed like it's supposed to. And then these panels flip down. I think that's it, because the hand should be right there. Let me get that in the camera. With those two panels tabbed down, the hand should be right there. And then now we'll move on to the legs. All right, so let's move on to the legs. I was wrong. He does have to be rotated. Just stay like that. That's right. So basically, we're going back into robot mode mostly. Untab the legs together. We want to flip this panel in. Lift that up. I mean, this panel kind of already went back down, but accordion down. Let's see, we got to put the heel spur out, and then that way we can close this panel in. Oh wait, we accordion up, not accordion down. Oh, you gotta flip that panel in. That panel goes in on both sides. And then that should give us to where we can tab that. Tab that, flip that panel down, tab the leg, shift that knee. Are we shifting it up? No, shift it back. Do the same thing with this side. Rotate that down. Split that panel. Lift that panel up, flip out the heel spur. Accordion that back up. Accordion that up. Then we'll tab that leg panel back in. Tab that all together. Oh shoot. Tab that down first. Now we'll tab that in. Flip that panel back out. Now, it should be like that. Now we can get these hips back to where they were. And so to tilt the leg around, you want to tilt that open area to the outside. And then you can go up. And then the leg should break like that. Not break, pop. You can see the peg. And then, let's go up a little bit. So then you should have a peg and a tab right here. But the main thing that really holds this in is your heel is going in here. Slides in like that, and then you can tab that back up. Do the same thing with the other side. Let's get these hip skirts up, and you can kind of see we're rotating the hip joint. That way it's open like that. And then we're popping that leg free. And let's free up this. And we'll slide that leg in. Tab this in. Come on. There we go. Oh, wait, there's tabs in his arms. There, they kind of, I mean, you can kind of see, maybe. But if you look on that shoulder, there's a tab, but that's really not what's holding this together. It's that, it's how the toes go in there. And this is combined form. And then he does have the chest piece. All right, so this is how it looks with the chest piece on. Now the chest piece does not stick onto it yet. There's still more pieces to this guy. but it kind of gives you an idea how it would eventually look. But I know I know Magic Square has a pre-order up for a separate kit, because there's thigh pieces. I mean, it's kind of a, it's a parts forming thing, but I don't mind. So that's kind of how he looks like in the back. I mean, he's gonna have, when he's in combined mode, he's gonna have a minimal backpack. I mean, you figure he's got that chest piece sticking out to there. All right, so now that I got him back in robot mode, I'll go over some final thoughts. I suck at transformations. This is going to take me something to get used to doing transformations on the in one take, let alone behind the camera. I kudos to all these other Transformer reviewers out there. I made this guy look harder than what he is to transform. It's not that bad. It has some complicated steps, but it's really not that bad. I've messed with a lot of other Masterpiece Transformers and have had more difficult time. But I will have to say, I mean, everything just fits nicely, tabs in properly. Nothing feels loose. Once you get it to where it needs to be, things stay together. The articulation's amazing. If anybody is in the third-party Masterpiece collecting, and we all know Fans Toys is one of those top-tier companies, Magic Square's giving them a run for their money in the Masterpiece, in price, in quality, and the big difference is Magic Square uses no die cast. That could be a complaint for some people. It could be a positive for some people. I don't care either way. As long as I have a good build, I could care less about die cast. I mean, now you can tell a difference. Like if you pick up a Fans Toys Transformer and feel that heft compared to a Magic Square, you're going to tell a difference. But that doesn't equal quality. So I'm trying to think of something negative to really say, and I hate to be that guy, but I don't have a complaint about it. Now if you're the type of person that you're not a fan of complicated transformations, and this might be a turnoff. But I don't mind. I like the puzzle aspect of transforming stuff. But and then maybe if you don't like the animated look, that's my go-to is animated. So yeah, if you like more deco hits, more detail instead of like the soft look to it, then yeah, that might be a negative for you, but not for me. But I mean, I highly recommend this figure. I'm 3 of 5 deep into this set. I can't wait to finish it out. What do we have? Vortex and Blast Off next, and then there's another piece that has all the combiner pieces, I believe. But I don't know. Maybe the other pieces come with those. But I know there's an extra thing you can order. But I mean, I picked this guy up off a Show Z store. They've never done me wrong, so he's all over. People are just getting them in now. But I'd like to thank everybody for watching and my rambling on my final thoughts and listening. If you would, hit that subscribe button. Let's see if we can get over 200, I don't know, in the next month and a half or something like that. I think I'm at like 141, 142. Look me up on all the other social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I have my own Facebook page. It's all at Talib1980_collects. Look me up on those sites. I try to post news daily as much as I see stuff, things that hit my feed. I like sharing news with people. It's fun just having that conversation. So if you could just take care. I'll see me on the next one, and see you later. Peace.